Phoebe's a lot of fun. She's, you know, in this movie we've got Phoebe Fox and also Helen McCrory, and these two very, very strong-willed actresses, and they get to play these very strong-willed characters. And you know, it's great to see a movie which is, you know, completely driven by these very strong, female parts, and it's, you know, to work with someone who has that huge emotional resource that Phoebe has. I watched her when we were doing one of the more emotional scenes together, take after take after take, do this incredible breakdown as if it was the first time she was doing it. And yeah, I don't know where she keeps all those tears, but yeah, they just kept coming, and it was, you know, that's the sign of a really, I think, a really truly great actress who, even when the camera wasn't on her, she was still doing it to give me, you know, some of that, and that's, you know, that's incredibly generous, because she didn't have to do that, of course. So, yeah. We shot in some very, emotive locations and places which really kind of have that atmosphere that makes the movie as, as I guess as scary as it is. We found a lot of these houses that were these ancient houses that had been abandoned and derelict for years. We shot in London. We shot a lot of the basement scenes. We shot in this old women's prison. It was a prison from the 1800s that was for women, and it's been abandoned for years and years. It's all underground, and it's said to be the most haunted place in London. And we're down there in the dark, there's no lighting, there's nothing, and it's all, you know, lots of dripping water and stuff, and all these cells, and all the cells have got, it's amazing, all these cells had, previous inmates had scratched things into the floor, and, you know, writing and games and things that they'd scratched. There's a women and children's prison, and on the front of it, as you go down, it says, I have to remember this, but I think it said, "Look ye into despair, all that enter here." And so it was a really oppressive place to be in. And, you know, we filmed a lot of long nights down there. And, you kind of couldn't wait to get out, actually, at the end of it. Tom is a little kid who I think suddenly got lucky and started directing films. It's like working with an 8-year-old boy who just wants to play, which is wonderful, because at the end of the day, all we're doing is really playing make-believe for a living. So when you've got a director who wants to play like that and has that fun atmosphere on set, and you know, when it is 4 in the morning and it's freezing cold and you've got to go under a rain machine and be soaking wet, when you've got someone like Tom who's still cracking jokes and stuff, and you know, that's it just makes it so much easier. And also, he's a talented little thing as well. Yeah, he's wonderful. And you know, I was a big fan of his work beforehand, and obviously it was a big part of me choosing the movie, was wanting to work with Tom. And I felt very honoured that he chose to have me in his movie. Hammer horror films have this huge legacy, and it is such a part of our culture nowadays. You know, I knew bits, but I didn't know all of it, and I didn't realise just how many influential movies they're responsible for. And to kind of get to be kind of a Hammer hero in a Hammer horror movie is something that I think, you know, kind of a lot of kids kind of grow up dreaming of doing. So it was a lot of fun. What I loved about the first movie was that it stayed with me for a long time afterwards, and that it was something that I'd always think back on. And, you know, it's still, it was kind of having Woman in Black nightmares while we're filming it and things like that. And, I think that's wonderful. When a story, it's so difficult to put your finger on what it is in a story that makes you feel that way. But, whatever it is, I think this has it.